What up? What up? What up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you, man. Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know, man, before we get into this thing, go ahead if you appreciate these unique takes on these events that I'm talking to you guys about, sports, celebrity, everything in between. Yeah, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want the same stuff everybody else doing, don't hit the subscribe button. But let's get into this thing right now. The NBA draft was bad and what the NBA needs to do. Guys, I don't know how anybody can think that the NBA I don't know what Adam Silver is doing. Now, guys, the only good news about the NBA recently was that the Lakers sold for $10 billion, and then the Wolves finalized their trade, their sale. But you see, they bought it for 1.5, but it's currently valued at 3 billion because of what just happened with the Lakers. Can you imagine if you're the old owner and you missed out on $1.5 billion? That's another story for another day. I'm pretty sure if y'all follow this channel, you probably watched the NBA draft and you were just as disappointed as I was. Guys, I ain't never seen nothing more boring, more boring than what I watched last night. And I'm a Cooper Flag fan, so I knew Cooper Flag was going number one. I think that, Canupo going to Charlotte is probably a bad mistake. No ACC players do well when they go to Charlotte for some reason. I think basketball in North Carolina, it's more college than what it is for the Hornets. But that's another topic for another day. Bailey goes to Utah. Now, I would love to live in Utah. I'm a Park City guy. I love to go skiing out there. But I guarantee you, he wish he would have worked out now, right? I think the Harper kid, Ron Harper's son, his mama stole the show. Basically, his mama was the finest thing out there. And when I was on Twitter or X, that's all I saw was people talking about her. The NBA has a problem on its hand, guys, because I think they're too worried about everything but basketball, right? So I will give you guys this. NBA got to decide if we're gonna be an American focused league, and what I mean by that, I'm not saying it like that, like it came across, but it's more European guys coming into the draft, and we don't know who these guys are, right? If the NBA wants to go that route, they need to start in their media rights deal. They need to start showing some of these games on TV or something like that, because I don't know half these guys all overseas who are getting drafted. In my day coming up, in my day coming up, we saw these guys playing college and that kind of thing, and we know a lot of these guys are skipping college and all that. So I get it, but between the international players, and just the dryness of the draft. I mean, I think Stephen A. and Bob Meyer and all those guys tried to do everything they could to keep it up, but it just got progressively worse. So it got me to thinking, and y'all saw that they did the whole Pioneers thing, and I think as much as I like the NBA and I love basketball, I think the NBA is going to have to start realizing it ain't no more blood coming out of this turnip of racism, okay, and how far the league has become and how far the league has come and all that. I think they're gonna have to balance that out with something else, because that Pioneers thing just came over like a lead balloon. We appreciate it, but how many times are you gonna do it? How many times are you gonna let everybody know you feel guilty for what happened to black people in America? It was screwed up. But in watching the draft, I said the NBA got to do something that, yeah, I can understand you want to acknowledge the pioneers. Guys, it look, nothing you can do will ever make it right for what happened at the start of our country. With that being said, though, you did the pioneers, but what about what's relevant today? You got to balance it out. So y'all know I came up with what the NBA should have done at the draft. The NBA should have said, vote for your all-time, vote for your all-time five players in the NBA, and whoever gets the most votes, they're gonna be. But now here's the deal: the person has to be alive, or we got to have somebody represent the person who's not alive. But everybody go on, kind of like they do at the All-Star game. Vote for who your top five players are of all time, and whoever is there, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have those group of people there presenting the first round draft picks. Wow. So you mean tell me fan is involved now, right? The players that all of us like, the players that all of us like are going to be there. And anybody who gets the most votes, they're going to be presenting some of the draft picks. Y'all know the NFL does this well. They have the former players and all that kind of stuff, reading picks, kids from the Make a Wish Foundation, local charities, and all that kind of stuff. That's what the NBA needs to learn from. So I put together my list, and y'all get down in the comments, let me know what y'all all time favorite list is. But I'm gonna give y'all my five. I ain't talking about Mount Rushmore because Mount Rushmore only got four. I'm giving y'all my all-time five that should have been at that NFL draft making picks, and that would have made it more interesting because that's going to show those kids what they need to become. The NBA needs to go back and really focus on basketball because all this other stuff is just driving people away, and it's terrible for ratings. Here's my top five, and if you don't agree, get down in the comment section and put your five. Here's my top five in this particular order, starting with number five, going all the way to one. Number five, come on in here, Kareem. Guys, Kareem is being left out of a lot of discussions, but I'm a Showtime Lakers guy. And Kareem was iconic. Nobody could stop that sky hook. If you were a big man, if you were a big man in the 70s and 80s, and plus this man did it at UCLA, and if they would have let him play varsity as a freshman, guys, nobody stopping Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, right? Kareem was in LA. He delivered championships, guys. That's my number five is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Number four, guys. I got my notes down here. I apologize. Number four, come on in here, Larry Bird. Larry Bird had black men wearing Celtics jerseys. That was a bad white boy. And that's what the NBA used to be. And now when you hear the stories about how much trash talk Larry Bird used to do, guys, that's what we're talking about. Larry Bird is my number four player of all time. And see, again, guys, if you look, Larry Bird was shooting long range. Larry Bird was the guy who made you say, don't leave that white boy open. Because if they out here playing with black guys, they can shoot. Larry Bird he dropped dimes. He could shoot. He was a leader. He could hold his own. Took the Celtics to multiple championships. Did it in college as well against Magic. Larry Bird is on my top five. Number three. Number three. Come on in here, Magic. I told y'all I was a Showtime Lakers guy. Bruh, if Magic wouldn't have had certain things happen, there's no telling what would have happened with Magic. Magic is what made basketball entertaining. Magic added some sauce, right, to the meat and potatoes. Magic was that guy that had that $1 million smile that knew exactly that flair to bring. He knew if you ran the court, you knew you were gonna get the ball. And that's why they called it Showtime, right? When Magic got there, Magic understood that the people wanted a show on top of good basketball. Magic understood what entertainment was, and that's why Magic is on my top five. He's the one who brought people in who probably were casual basketball fans, but they wanted to come see Magic. They wanted to come see Magic, guys. And that's why Magic is my number three. He bought the sauce, he bought the entertainment, he bought the media in, and he embraced celebrity status. Before Magic, they were basketball players. They were professional basketball players. When Magic came, Magic embraced being a celebrity and a star. Magic understood being in LA meant being a brand. And that's why Magic is my number three. And that's on top of the basketball. Come on in here, number two. Number two, number two, I got Michael Jordan. Number two is Michael Jordan, UNC grad, NCAA championship. But let's talk about being with the Bulls, guys. We know 6 championships. He built upon what Magic and Bird laid up for him on a foundational standpoint. Guys, Michael Jordan, Michael Jordan did what nobody thought could be done. Okay. So everybody, a lot of people gonna discuss the GOAT, whether it be Michael Jordan, LeBron James, that kind of thing. But guys, there's no denying Michael Jordan is the number one player we've ever seen overall. But this is my list, right? You know, Jordan is a brand now. Jordan was in a league of his own, rarefied air, right? Nobody discounts, and the 30 for 30 reinforced that. Jordan did everything that all basketball players are being compared to now. But I got to come in and give y'all my number one because I don't want to hold you long. My number one. All five of these guys should be at the NBA draft presenting the first round picks. Okay. Because these new players need to be reminded what the standard is. And this is where the NFL draft missed it. My number one player overall. Come on in here, Steph Curry. Guys, Steph Curry. The reason why I'm putting Steph over Mike, I wasn't 6'6". I couldn't float through the air, right? I couldn't do the things Mike did. But guess what, guys? I can come in the gym and try to do what Curry does. Curry can dribble, Curry can shoot, but he more my height. Curry became a realistic basketball player for everybody. Anybody who grew up playing basketball knew that you had to be a certain height and all this kind of stuff. Curry came in and changed the game. The 3-point game is now what everybody wants to do. Curry is there. Curry got everybody showing up to his games to watch him warm up. Curry has changed the game of basketball, and you can't put that genie back in the bottle. We talk about LeBron, we talk about Kobe, we talk about Jordan. Nobody's done what Steph has done. Nobody's done what Steph has done. A lot of people gonna say, but he don't have as many championships and all that. No, everybody I just gave y'all are game changers. Everybody I just gave y'all had shoe deals. Everyone I just gave y'all were influencers. Everyone I just gave y'all are ratings magnets. You gonna rush home to go see them. What's the difference between why somebody won't call Steph the GOAT over Jordan? The only mistake Steph has made in his career was signing with Under Armour. And we know why he signed with Under Armour. If Steph would have been a Nike athlete, Steph would be considered the GOAT. If Steph didn't do Under Armour, Steph would be considered the GOAT. I know y'all probably don't agree with me. If Steph wouldn't have done Under Armour, he would have been the GOAT. Because how he's changed the game, that's what LeBron is not hurting Mike. Kobe didn't hurt Mike. Steph brought in more fans than anybody else has ever. Because I can be his size. If you go into LA Fitness now, the boys get out to go warm up. Ain't nobody laying up. Ain't nobody doing layup lines no more. Everybody shooting threes. Everybody doing what Curry does in his warm-ups. But the one thing people don't do, they don't wear Curry shoes. And the reason why Mike is considered the greatest, people still wearing Jordans to this day. If Steph would have gone with Nike, Steph would have overtaken Jordan in everybody's mind, because when this boy plays, everybody rushes to see it, and we've never seen such a prolific shooter like Steph Curry. Now, y'all get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think of y'all five. Who would be your five to invite to the draft? Your five of all time to present to the draft and make the picks that the teams had submitted. Okay, guys, we got to do something to bring the NBA back, because these ratings are horrible. The finals are horrible. I guarantee you the draft is going to be horrible. There was nobody there last night that made me say, "Ooh, I want to go out and get season tickets." And that's a problem for the NBA. That is a problem for the NBA, guys. And I think that idea I just gave, if some of y'all listening to my stuff, send it to Adam Silver, man. Bring out the current guys and make them a part of the draft, right? Let the fans vote who they want to see, pick who they want to see, open up the envelope. That's what we do, guys. But we can't keep watching this NBA draft and NBA product just continue to get worse and worse for television. Because, guys, that's where it's headed, man. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think, man. I want to appreciate all y'all for tuning in, whether you're live or whether you're going to see this on the upload, man. If you hadn't already, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. And until next time, I'm going to holler.